facing a rash of sexual assault accusations and is talking about conspiracy theories on the campaign trail, and you're still within the margin of error. I know you've said before you always thought it would be close, but after all this, why doesn't your ticket have a bigger lead?
Well, you know, Martha, you're right. I have always said this was going to be close, and I really believe it. I'm campaigning in Florida, a very close state. I come from Virginia. All of our races are close, and I've just assumed that from the very beginning. And we've just got to keep making our case over the next 3+ weeks. We like where we are in the polls in the states that matter, but we're not taking anything for granted, especially in the last couple of days as Donald Trump has kind of started to go wilder and wilder. I think after, by all accounts, losing the first 2 debates, he started to make wild claims, kind of scorched earth claims about the election being rigged, etc. So we have to keep putting out a message, and we need to call on everybody to speak out about the fact that we run elections and we run them well here. He shouldn't be engaging in those scare tactics, and so we're needing to push that message, and we ask GOP leaders also to stand up for the integrity of the American electoral process.
Senator Kaine, I do want to say his campaign just announced a new fundraising record of $100 million. They say comes from mostly small donors. That would say something about his grassroots support.
Well, we don't have any doubt that he's going to have some grassroots support. I mean, that's why he won the GOP nomination. In a field of a lot of candidates, the GOP decided that he should be the nominee. You point out correctly that a lot of leaders have had cause to really regret that and have Trump over these sexual assault allegations, and some are speaking out. Speaker Ryan yesterday spoke out against his claim that this would be a rigged election. But he's got support, and so, you know, if anybody looks at our schedules, they will know we're not taking anything for granted. We are really pushing very, very hard because, look, we've got a different vision for our country and policy than Donald Trump that we're really proud of. But also when somebody is saying that the election is rigged and questioning the integrity of our election, Hillary and I stand up for the integrity of our elections. Hillary and I stand against Russian efforts to meddle in American election. Now there's a lot of reasons, even beyond policy and vision for the country, why we have to do everything we can to make sure that the result is as clear as it can be come the evening of November 8th.
Senator Kaine, you point out that the Trump campaign has said that the Clinton campaign is in collusion with the media, the election is rigged, and the women making accusations are all rigged and sent forth by the Clinton campaign or the media. Can you say unequivocally that the Clinton campaign had nothing to do with getting these women to come forward?
Absolutely. These are folks who, frankly, saw Donald Trump look America in the face when you and Anderson Cooper were engaging in the debate last Sunday night. And when he was asked directly, listen, you're caught on tape saying the grossest stuff about the way you treat women. Did you actually act that way? And he didn't want to answer the question, but you kept pressing, and he eventually said, no, those were my words, but I didn't act that way toward women. As soon as he looked folks in the face and said those were not my actions, that was essentially the invitation to people who knew otherwise to come out and say, wait a minute, I've had an experience with Donald Trump. That's what's going on. It's not because of our campaign, but it's very characteristic of Donald Trump that now he's blaming these women. He's made that, no, I couldn't have assaulted this person. She's not attractive enough to assault. How bizarre is that? He's blaming the media. He's blaming the GOP. He's saying that America can't run a fair election. He is swinging at every phantom of his own imagination because he knows he's losing.
Well,
and this is what bullies do.